Hello everyone, my name is Milagros. I am the creator of Binah Tarot. These are the tarot scopes for the month of November in regards of love for each one of the 12 zodiac signs. Because this is a general reading, you can always check your ascendant, your moon sign and Venus. Let's begin. Aries, this is your November love scope. And what we have in the middle is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune has to do with changes. They can be expected or unexpected, but it has to do with a period of changes. Some changes that do not only depend on you, but they also depend, they mostly depend on the circumstances. I think that you are finding yourself in a position in which you have to readjust to some situations, because some things did not happen exactly the way you wanted. I get this card crossed by Temperance. So I think that in this month you are like Aries people has very fiery energies. They express passion and they express different things in many different ways that involve being themselves, embracing their fire. Maybe they are a little bit impulsive, maybe they are a little bit explosive, and I think that during this month you're trying to hold a little bit that impulses. You're trying to act differently. That's why we get the Temperance crossed. It is not within your nature to hold your thoughts back. You are the kind of person that will say the things directly. And I think that during this month you're trying to just make peace with that, make peace with yourself, trying to calm down. You're afraid of deception. You might have gone through some sort of deception and you might be thinking of it. It's a lot in your head right now. As you can see up on the upper part, we get the Three of Swords. So it has to do with that, with getting disappointed on something or somebody. And it doesn't necessarily need to be that this person has cheated on you or anything like that. I think that it is mostly in your mind. It is mostly the things that you don't know. You might have you might be suspicious that this person is involved with something, but you're not sure, and that is really like into your mind. You cannot stop thinking of it. I get on the bottom the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles has to do with not taking action. It is with offering some things but not taking action. So this is not very compatible with the behavior of an Aries sign. Aries sign at least. So whether you are trying just to wait, to give it a little time in order to protect yourself from getting harmed further, and although you are pissed off about something, deep inside you're also getting the message that you should probably just take a little break, take a little air, try to see the situations with a different light, with a different perspective before making any step. It can also have to do with the other person being a bit too passive in their approach. So it might be that you were expecting something else from the other person and she or he has not been active about what they want to get. And you are quite active. When you want something, you go and get it. Sorry about that. Forgot to put it on silent. So when you want something, you go and get it. You do not hesitate to go and get it. And you really don't understand the people with a double standard or the people who is not willing to take risks. If you are single, it might have to do with a new love interest and you are not sure whether this person will be in your life or not. There might have been a situation that left you with doubts in regards like, does he really like me? Does he not like me? If you are in a relationship, it might have to do with a period in which you have or you feel that some things are changing in relation to how it happened in the past, and now you just want to be a little bit more cautious and analyze a little bit further before taking the next action. In the past, we have the Ace of Pentacles that has to do with an offering. maybe an offering of peace, maybe an offering of a conversation, maybe a proof. If there is, which doesn't mean that it is in every case, but if there has been infidelity, it might have to do that you have found out, that you actually found a proof that this person has been loyal, or that there is an actual fact, something that you could see with your own eyes that made you take some conclusions. Maybe you like this guy and you saw that he's exchanging messages with somebody else, and that has, put you in a situation in which you no longer know whether you want to proceed or not. So you are trying to just evaluate for a while. I see that towards the rest of the month, in the near future position, I get the Two of Swords that has to do with detachment. And this is quite compatible with the Knight of Pentacles. So I think that you are going to live the rest of the month just to analyze a bit further, to not draw conclusions maybe just yet, and try just to see, to detach, try to get a balance, try to regain your balance and protect yourself from getting burnt by whatever has happened here. There is quite a protective attitude during this month because we have the Nine of Wands as an outcome. So I think that right now you're just trying to observe and to protect yourself. There is definitely deception. There is something that has been awakened in you, and you're trying to not make the same mistakes again. Not necessarily mistakes, but maybe not take the same approaches again. The current situation, I see that is the Seven of Wands. In this case, it's a man being protective. It also has to do with being protective. Like, you are afraid this person that is involved in your life might make you feel vulnerable in some way. I was speaking with an Aries friend not long ago, and with different the oracle of echoes actually, and the vulnerability came up, and although this reading is obviously not for her, it's not directed only for her, but for Aries in general, I'm getting also the feeling that this might have to do with somebody that makes you feel vulnerable. I think that when you are involved emotionally with somebody, then you're a bit vulnerable to what this person can do or say, and right now you're just trying to be defensive rather than going for something specific. I get on the surroundings the Eight of Pentacles, and that might have to do with the fact that this person is not really paying too much attention, maybe not as much as you expect in regards to this situation, and he's just maybe trying to focus on work or other activities, or telling you like, look, maybe this is just a bad moment and we are going to work towards a solution. Like, if you're single, it might be that the guy right now is having a different priority probably, and he's maybe too much involved into work. If there is a relationship, it might be the same case, or it might be that the person is telling you, look, okay, some things have happened, but maybe we can work towards solving them. Like, it has to do with progress, but a very practical progress in the case of this card. The unexpected is the Seven of Cups. So I am getting that throughout this month, there is going to be a bit more confusion before the things get a bit clearer. You will have to be careful with what you think, and especially with the conclusions that you draw, because we got on the advice card the Chaos card, and these two cards they work together really tightly. So try to not get over confused this month. Try to not overthink this month, because chances are that most of the things or the conclusions that you will draw are really not what is happening. Just give it a little time, like you're trying to do. Take some distance from the situation and try to see it with a different perspective. Wait for the actual facts before you make a conclusion, because this will only bring more confusion into the table, and it will just make it harder for you to move forward from this transition period. As the outcome, we have the Nine of Wands that we were saying before, has to do with trying to protect yourself against external circumstances. So I think that during this month you are going to try to observe and to to see what is a reaction, not only from the other person, but if there is more people involved, maybe the family or the friends of this person, and you're feeling that maybe they don't like you as much, you're just trying to stand your ground again after a period of changes. Take this time to rebuild your foundations and try not to get sucked into the vortex of thoughts, into this storm of thoughts that is going on. Try to just keep your mind as clear as you can and be proactive towards a solution. Even if you need to take a little break from just thinking of it, that is highly recommended in this case. For whoever who has watched my videos previously, I'm going to be posting them in this channel, my own channel from now on, and I'm going to be working on the tarot scopes for 2018. So if you're interested, you can always subscribe and enable the notifications so that you will receive an alert on the upcoming videos. The prices for my personal readings have been decreased so that everybody has a possibility to book a reading if you're interested in having me check any topic or area of interest that we can see together, and I can always give you my insight and some advice in regards to that. My website is under construction, so you can get the information on the types of readings I provide, and you can book them through my Facebook page, which I am going to be listing down below. Besides the monthly tarot scopes, the 2018 tarot scope, I am going to be posting reviews, videos regarding astrological transits, a very interesting introduction to cartomancy. I'm also going to be developing a tarot course that will be available on my website on the upcoming months, and on the upcoming weeks I am going to be launching a contest in which you can win a free tarot reading made by me. So you can keep tuned on my Facebook page in order to see which are the guidelines to participate. There are going to be many interesting and exciting things coming along the way, so bear with me and leave any suggestion that you may have on the comments down below. If you like this video, you can always give it a thumbs up, share it and subscribe, and see you on the next video. Thank you very much for tuning in. Goodbye.